Okay.
Hi everybody, I'm doing this video about the ATP 4.0 Renegade lift. I cannot find any information about it, so it's installed and here we go. Go over some of the points. So, as you can see, red springs, ATP. I did gain 4 inches. I gained 4 1/4 in the rear, and in the front I gained 4 1/2. That's sitting fairly level. The rear's a little bit higher, which is good. Looks good. Installation was relatively painless. Everything lined up the way it should. The one caveat, or the thing you should be thinking about with 4.0 is you do have to disassemble the struts. The springs are, somewhat difficult in the front, rear, a little bit easier. CV angles are pretty extreme. I drive this thing 1,000 miles a week, so we'll definitely see how it handles in the long run. Over here, we're taking the video of the ground. So the charcoal canister relocate bracket, it's covered up now. You can't see it. It's a little bit of an issue. I think they could have designed it a little bit better. It does interfere with the strut once you put the spacers on. A little bit of modifications were needed. Basically a little notch in the canister. If you're careful, it'll be just fine. No problems, but it's something to think about. And also on the front, so this is the original sway bar bracket. Over here, what happens, this was another thing I didn't really care for, but I think it will work. So you're pushing the strut down 2 inches, and the spring pushes it down another 2 to gain you your 4. The sway bar link is exactly the same size as stock. I think it probably could stand to be maybe an inch or 2 shorter, just because you're pushing all that down. And what I've noticed is the bottom of the sway bar link tends to make contact with the lower control arm when it's at full extension. But so there's what I noticed about this lift kit. It does all bolt right in, just the way it should. It took me 7.5 hours. I started this morning, all back together. These are 28.7 inch tires. The stock tires were 26, I believe. Obviously, no rubbing issues, but this is the 1.4. So we're going to stick with these, just because there's not a lot of torque on the low end. I do plan to put a max power ECM on this at some point, but that is not going to help at all with the low end torque. These tires are about max. You can easily fit the 30s that are claimed. I think it looks pretty good. Gives me lots more clearance. I can certainly crawl under it now, and I think it'll work pretty good. I'm mainly in lava rocks here, no mud, so it'll probably do what I want. See you later.